Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back along to the crib where the season has just concluded with Munster, and Nathan Nicholls can proudly call himself now a double winner with the European Championship and the Pro 12 Championship sitting by his side. But that is not what today's episode is going to be all about. Today, it is about contracts, and it is about what you guys think we should do next season. So first things first, hit up the social media contacts on screen now so you can have your say as to where we go next season. You can let me know in the comments below, you can let me know on Twitter, you can let me know on Steam, you can do anything, you can get hold of me, comments, whatever is the way to do it. You can see those on screen right now. And of course, if you've enjoyed the season with Nathan, we won 2 trophies. Do not forget to hit that subscribe button so you do not miss what comes in 21-22 next season. And of course, if you've enjoyed the season throughout, hit those thumbs up on the games and the episodes you have enjoyed as well. Let me know what you guys like to see so we can bring you all more of that. So enough of that rubbish. You know where to have your say. Now it is time to have a look at the choices and to see who and where we could be going next. Let's do it. Let's advance and see what these contract offers are going to be. Obviously going to have to simulate through some rubbish and then see what the offers are. Here we go. Now remember, before we go into this, we are still contracted with Munster for one more season. If we wish to stay, we can just reject all contract offers and stay with Munster. See what they sign over the off-season. They could bring in some more good players, and we could try do the double, as in terms of doing the double twice. So do the double-double or the two-peat, whatever you want to call it. Let's see what we got. Hit me with the contracts. Right. We have a big list. You can see the little green bumper on the side there. There is a lot to go through. So I'm going to be going through ratings, contract amounts, just really what you see on screen now. See who's there. If you want to see us go to a team, then say it in the comments. Leave me a comment. If you agree, hit the thumbs up. Say it yourself. However you want to do it. Every vote is counted, and whoever has the highest tally of votes at the end will be the side we go to. So first things first, if you want to see us stay at Munster, just let me know. Stay at Munster. Say Munster in the comments. Leave me a tweet saying you want us to stay at Munster as well. So there won't be an option on the list, but it is one we can just do. We can see down the bottom, we can decline all. So let's go. Let's see who we have to pick from. Leinster is the top side, offering us $141,000 for a couple of years. Still in the Pro 12, so we want to do the double-double with 2 different sides. I mean, that's a possibility if we want to stay in the Pro 12. We have also a team from the top 14, Clermont. Now look at Clermont. They are very highly rated, 84 rated side, also offering that sort of money for a couple of years. The top 14 is a competition that we have not won yet. So is that where we're going to go next? Let me know what you think about that. The Queensland Reds in Super Rugby, also a big dollar value there, but for 3 years, so a little bit longer for the 79 rated Reds. Now another top 14 club, La Rochelle from France, again 141k. These guys are 71 rated, so considerably lower than Clermont, who look to have a very good side this season as well. The Otago Highlanders down in New Zealand in Super Rugby. We've won Super Rugby twice with the Hurricanes. Is that a competition we want to go back to again? I mean, possibly. We're only young. I think, what's Nathan, is he 24 or something? I don't even know anymore. I haven't even kept track of that. Goodness me. What else we got? We got Castres, also another French club, which is good because as a competition we haven't won, this is probably a good chance to go there if we want to and tee up those victories there. So Castres, 85 rated, even higher than Clermont, again 141k 2 years. Connacht in the Pro 12, 3 years, 140k, 62 rated. I mean, they were much like Munster, a pretty crap team. We could go down to those guys if we want. The Waikato Chiefs down in New Zealand as well, 2 years. We'll be going back to the Southern Hemisphere. 81 rated, very good side are the Chiefs. The Cell C Sharks, man, that is hard to say. Cell C Sharks, 3 years, they're offering 132 grand. I mean, the money is irrelevant because we don't see it. It doesn't make a difference to us at all. But over to South Africa, possibly to play for a South African union in Super Rugby. It's definitely an option. I mean, everyone is almost maxed on interest, so I mean, you're going to get an offer from just about every club in the game. The Lions, also in Super Rugby, only 67 rated. Remember, we won the Currie Cup with the Lions before moving away from there. I think we went to the Aviva Premiership with Bath straight after the Currie Cup. Ulster back in the Pro 12, 3 years, so 70 rated side. The Lions only 67, pretty poor. Western Force. Now, Western Force, yep, they're still in Super Rugby on this. Been playing it for that long. We haven't actually, there's no update for it. So, Western Force, we could go and win the Western Force a Super Rugby title. That would be pretty unlikely, wouldn't it? We also got Onyx, another French club, a couple of years there, 83 rated, a very good side too. A lot of good options from France. They've got a lot of good sides, don't they? Onyx, La Rochelle were 84, weren't they? And Clermont, 85. So a lot of good options to pick from there. London Welsh, 74 rated, go back to the Aviva Premiership. More options there. The Stormers in South Africa, 83 rated. Again, another good side. This is where the good players are. They're not a Munster, that's for sure. There's a lot of good talent around that players and teams should be sharing a bit more. The Sharks, that is the Sale Sharks, not the, we've already had the South African Sharks, or the Cell C Sharks. These guys are 82 rated. Look pretty good as well in the Aviva Premiership, couple-year contract there. Saracens in Aviva Premiership, 75 rated. I thought they were a better team than that. We actually played them in the preliminary final of the European Championship this season and took those suckers down. We got the Cardiff Blues in the Pro 12, 75 rated as well. They weren't much of a threat this season, but we could definitely change that. The Melbourne Rebels, 80 rated. A lot of the talent going to France and Super Rugby, isn't it? Aviva Premiership and the Pro 12 looking relatively weak in comparison. Grenoble, another French side, only 64, so they are way off the pace. 20 points lower rated than Clermont, which is a long way back. But I guess the addition of Mr. Nicholls would definitely change that. What else we got? Edinburgh, in the Pro 12, 74 rated, even still 10 better than Grenoble, which is quite a difference as well if we want to stay with the Pro 12. We also have Harlequins. Now, the Harlequins, 75 rated, decent enough side if we choose to go back to the Aviva Premiership. What other options do we have here? The Newport Gwent Dragons, 68 rated, looking pretty average. The Dragons, 3 years in Pro 12, if we want to go to those guys. Pau in France, another French option. Again, this is their lesser sides, and they're still 76 rated, so that is definitely an option if we want to go for a lesser team like Pau. Stade Francais, another side in France. We have just about getting every French club putting in an offer. They know we haven't been there yet, and that is probably the most likely that you guys would want to see as well, is World Domination with Mr. Nicholls. So the possibilities that we could soldier off to France are quite high. 124 grand, the side is 72 rated, which is a little bit less than Pau if we go there. The Exeter Chiefs in the Aviva Premiership, 80 rated, very good side. A lot less lower value there as well. Look at that, 8 grand less. Goodness me. Pay cut. Crusaders, 71 rated. They're offering us 116 grand to go play in Super Rugby again. I don't know, that seems a bit unlikely. The Scarlets, oh! The team we beat in the grand final. Very good side. 81 rated. They want a piece of Nathan. Wouldn't that be interesting? Our biggest rival in the Pro 12. We could join them next season. Indeed. Yes. Zebri. Again, our other big rival. Treviso, Zebri, and Scarlets. They were our 3 big rivals of the season. We played those guys a lot throughout the year. And we beat them, we lost to them, we drew with them as well, these guys. And they want a piece of Nathan, 79 rated again. Another very good side. One of the best. Scarlets and Zebri in the Pro 12. The New South Wales Waratahs back to Australia. I mean, well, the Australian teams haven't won a Super Rugby title for a while. Is it time to go back there? 71 rated. We could help the Aussies pick up a title. Unlikely. I'll probably go to Western Force before I'd go to the Waratahs. Bordeaux! Another offer from France, 116 grand, a 70 rated Bordeaux Beagles, putting in a little contract, sneaky one as well, for Nathan. The Brumbies, again another Australian Super Rugby team, 73 rated, a little bit better than the Waratahs. They would greatly improve with Nathan at their side. But again, Western Force have already put an offer. I think that is much more tasty in Australia. Toulouse, I think we've just about every French club now. I think we've got Toulon. Who else? I can't think of any others. There must be most of them, surely, that have put in an offer for Nathan, 76 rated. Toulouse, I mean, very, very tough competition there, isn't it? At least the Tigers, 80 rated, 116 grand there as well. We're going to be pretty rich regardless of where we go. The Vodacom Bulls, South African Super Rugby side, a couple of years there, is on the table. Breathe. Okay, there's a new one I haven't thought of. Possibly a promoted side. I'm not quite sure if that actually happens in the Beer Pro career, the promotion and demotion. But either way, another French club, 62 rated. Not the greatest, so those guys will probably be the whipping boys of the tournaments, or the top 14 we should say. The Blues down in Auckland for Super Rugby in New Zealand, 108,000. The cheap bastards not offering us much money there at all. 3 years of the Blues, no thanks. Wasps, another team back to the Aviva Premiership. Wasps would be alright. 73 rated side, not too shabby there. But we already won it with Bath, so do we want to go back to that again? Gloucester, 108 grand, 64 rated. Gloucester fallen away quite a lot. You see, even compared to Wasps, they're quite considerably weaker. 3-year contract as well from the Gloucester side. London Irish, another team in the Aviva Premiership. The Gallagher Premiership they call it now, don't they? But still 67 rated the Irish side. There we go. Toulon, everyone from France, surely. Toulon is only 70 rated, which is not very high for a team with a history like Toulon, only offering us 108 grand. I mean, I think we could go to better French clubs if we wanted to, couldn't we? Definitely, I think so. Newcastle Falcons, 73 rated as well. Aviva Premiership throwing a lot of offers to Nathan's face. Bath, a return to Bath. We could go play outside good old mate Matty Banners. I wonder if he's still there. We won the Aviva Premiership with Bath. They really were our first big team after the Lions in the Currie Cup. We got picked up over to England. Always got a good place in the heart to Bath after those seasons there with Matty Banners. Always a great relationship that we helped through to England as well later on in that year. The Cheetahs in Super Rugby, of course, not now, but part of the Pro 14, which doesn't exist on here. The Cheetahs, I mean, we could win a Super Rugby title with another team that doesn't exist in Super Rugby, the Cheetahs and the Western Force. Racing 92. How could I forget the team that hates us until the Hurricanes come along when we left them? Racing 92 have been way down the bottom of our interest list for a long time, but they've still thrown an offer in 100 grand, 73 rated Racing. I mean, not a bad option, is it? Ospreys, 100 grand, 75 rated, another Pro 12 side. Unlikely. I think we've got pretty good options otherwise if we wanted to stay in the Pro 12. And the Northampton Saints, the team we kicked out of the European Championship in the semi-finals. They're offering us 100 grand, 87 rated though, a very, very good side. Extremely good side. Definitely got to be a favourite if we go back to Premiership Rugby. Do we have any more? No, that is it. The Northampton Saints are the last on the list. So really, big options here. Super Rugby, New Zealand, Australia or South Africa. We also have the Aviva Premiership where we have a lot of options. Some of the best teams in the competition and always some of the worst as well. We've also got the Pro 12. Do we save Munster? Do we go to some of all these other teams? I mean, just about all of them have thrown offers there as well. And of course, France. The top 14. The best of the best, the likes of Clermont, have thrown their hat in. The average ones, the not so good ones, and everyone in between. I think every single French club has put in an offer for Nathan Nicholls. So the decision is there. Again, contact links are on the page now. Easiest way is just to drop us a comment below the video and I can tally that into my vote. If you know me on Twitter, follow me on there and you can leave your thoughts on there as well. and of course on Steam. Always available to have a chat to on Steam if you want to have a chat about where we go next season. Always happy to have a chat to you guys about whatever it shall be. So there is your options. Let's quickly go through them all again. Leinster, Clermont, Reds, La Rochelle, Highlanders, Castres, Connacht, Chiefs, Sharks, Lions, Ulster, Western Force, Onyx, London Welsh, Stormers, Sharks, Sale Sharks, that is, in the Viva Premiership, Saracens, Cardiff Blues, Rebels, Grenoble, Edinburgh, Harlequins, Newport Gwent Dragons, Pau, Stade Francais, Exeter Chiefs, Crusaders, Scarlets, Zebri, Waratahs, Bordeaux, Brumbies, Toulouse, Toulouse and Toulon, but Toulouse there, Leicester Tigers, Bulls, Breve, Blues, Wasps, Gloucester, London Irish, there's Toulon, Newcastle Falcons, Bath, and the Cheetahs, Racing 92, Ospreys, and the Northampton Saints. A lot of options. That is what you have to do. All you need to know is who we have to go to. Do we stay at Munster? Do we sign a new contract? If so, where do we go? Let me know what you think in the comments. Hopefully start a new season. I don't know. We'll give this a few days at least to filter through. And in between now and then, we will be cleaning up the subscriber series. So for those of you who are interested and a part of that, we will be rounding that out in between now and the start of Season 6 of the Be A Pro with Nathan Nicholls. So thank you everyone for voting. I hope you've enjoyed the series so far. If you have, don't forget to subscribe so you can join in on Season 6 with Mr. Nicholls. And of course all the other action coming your way on the channel. Let me know what you like. Let me know what you enjoy as well so we can bring more of that to the channel for you all as well. But for now, that has been done. A nice wee short one to show you who has the interest in Nathan Nicholls for Season 6, Season 21-22 of the career. But until we decide where we go, thank you all for watching, and as always, take care.